Today I am going to discuss my topic metrics, which involves H index, Z index, item index. This is very important topic in the field of research. Journal metrics, impact, speed and reach. Journal metrics provide extra insight into three aspects of a journal: impact, speed and reach, and help authors to select a journal when submitting an article for publication. Now, the topic is impact. Authors choose a particular journal to submit to for a variety of reasons. One of the most important is the quality or impact of the journal. Now, see this. Number one, impact factor, 5-year impact factor, article influence or eigen factor, SNIP, number 5, SJR. First, speed. I am going to discuss speed. What is this? You know how important speed of publication is to authors considering where to publish, especially in fast-moving research areas. Number one, review speed. Number two, article publication time. This is the very important point. Next, reach. Our journals have global authorship and readership. Journal insights provide graphics indicating. Now, the impact factor IF or journal impact factor JIF. What is impact factor or journal impact factor? Impact factor or journal impact factor of an academic journal is a scientometric index that reflects the yearly average number of citation that articles published in the last 2 years in a given journal received. It is frequently used as a proxy for the relative importance of a journal within its field. Journals with higher impact factor are often deemed to be more important than those with lower ones. Now, impact factor. The impact factor was devised by Eugene Garfield, the founder of the Institute for Scientific Information, ISI. Impact factors are calculated yearly starting from 1975 for journals listed in the Journal Citation Reports, JCR. That is, impact factor for a particular journal, that is Y, is equal to citation Y divided by publications y minus 1 plus publication y minus 2. For example, Nature journal had an impact factor of 41.577 in 2017. How it can be calculated? Please see the following relation. Impact factor of Nature in 2017 is equal to citation 2017 divided by publication 2016 plus publication 2015, that is y minus 1, y minus 2 is equal to 74090 divided by 880 plus 902 is equal to 41.577. What is the 5-year impact factor? The 5-year impact factor is a modified version of the impact factor using 5 years data rather than 2. The 5-year impact factor calculation is number of citations in 1 year to content published in journal X during the previous 5 years divided by the total number of articles or reviews published in journal X within the previous 5 years. So this is the method we can calculate 5-year impact factor of any journals. What is disadvantage? The 5-year impact factor is more useful for subject areas where it takes longer for work to be cited or where research has more longevity. It offers more stability for smaller titles as there are a large number of articles and citation included in the calculation. However, it still suffers from many of the same issues as the traditional impact factor. Now, the definition of age index. What is this? Number of articles published which have received the same number of citations. The high index is an author-level research metric first introduced by Haas in 2005. The age index attempts to measure the productivity of a researcher and the citation impact of their publications. For example, if you have published at least 30 research papers that have each been cited 30 times or more, you will have an age index of 30. What are the advantages of age index? Results are not skewed. What are the disadvantages of the age index? Results can be inconsistent. Results can be skewed by self-citation. Although some self-citation is legitimate, authors can cite their own work to improve their high age index. Results are not comparable across disciplines. The age index varies widely by subject. So, a medical age index in the life sciences will still be higher than a very good age index in the social sciences. We cannot benchmark age indexes because they are rarely calculated consistently for large population of researchers using the same method. Results cannot be compared between researchers. Now, I-10 index, what is this? Created by Google Scholar and used in Google's My Citation feature. I-10 index is the number of publication with at least 10 citation. This very simple measure is only used by Google Scholar and is another way to help gauge the productivity of a scholar. Advantage of I-10 index, very simple and straightforward to calculate. My citation in Google Scholar is free and easy to use. Disadvantage of I-10 index, used only in Google Scholar. Here is a screenshot of a Google Scholar citation page for myself, that is for Professor M. Dodd. I am going to discuss and explain the screenshot as shown below. Here we see a screenshot, that is the total citation 5662 since 2015 3239, H index 39 since 2015-26, I-10 index 168 since 2015-110. What is the significance? What is information can be gathered from this data? So here 5662, that is I have till now 375 publication and total citation is 5662 till now, and since 2015 the citation total citation is 3239. Next, H index 39. This indicates that I have 39 publications and these have been cited at least 39 times. That is, out of 375 publications, 39 have been cited. At least 39 is. And here is 26 till now since 2015. Next is the I-10 index 168. That is out of 375 publications, research publication, 168 publications have been cited at least 10 times is. Okay, so that is, so from this data we can understand the research benchmark of a scientist or professor. So this is, next you see the publication here, and this is very important, and if you want to see that data, you only go to the Google, write down the name of any scientist or professor, then you can see that data. So very important. It is very, very important for research. Next, what is the Z index? Z index proposed by Lee Ege in this paper, Theory and Practice of the G index 2006 as an improvement to the H index. The Z index gives more weight to highly cited articles. To calculate the index, given a set of articles ranked in decreasing order of the number of citations that they received, the G index is the largest number such that the top G articles received at least G square citations. Very important. Now, advantage of the G index accounts for the performance of the author's top articles, helps to make more apparent the difference between the authors' respective impacts. The inflated values of the G index help to give credit to lowly cited or non-cited papers while giving credit for highly cited papers. Disadvantage of the G index, introduced in 2007, and the debate continues whether G index is superior to the H index, is not as widely accepted as the H index. Next is the eigenfactor. What is this? The eigenfactor measures the influence of a journal based on whether it is cited within other reputable journals over 5 years. Number of citations in 1 year to content published in journal X in the previous 5 years divided by the total number of articles published in journal X within the previous 5 years. This score does not take journal size into account. That means larger journals tend to have larger eigenfactors as they receive more citations overall. Eigenfactors also tend to be very small numbers as scores are scaled so that the sum of all the journals' eigenfactor in the J year adds up to 100. What is side score? Side score is the ratio of citation to research published. It is currently available for journals and book series which are indexed in Scopus. Side score considers all content published in a journal, not just articles and reviews. Side score was produced by Scopus in December 2016. You can easily replicate it via the Scopus database. In addition to side score, Scopus also publish additional rankings such as the side score percentile based on subject categories and the monthly side score data. The side score calculation is as follows. Number of all citations recorded in Scopus in 1 year to content published in journal X in the last 3 years divided by the total number of items published in the journal X in the previous years. Now difference between side score and input factor. What is the differences? Side score is based on the Scopus database rather than Web of Science. This means the number of citation and journal coverage in certain subject areas is notably higher. Side score uses as a 3-year citation window, whereas input factor uses a 2-year citation window. This high score denominator includes of content published in the journal. The impact factor denominator includes on the articles and reviews. Size score covers all subject areas, whereas the impact factor is only available for journal indexed in the SCI and SSCI. Now the topic is SNIP, source normalized impact factor per paper, normalized impact per year, per paper. SNIP is a journal level metric which attempts to correct subject specific characteristics, simplifying cross-discipline comparisons between journals. It measures citation received against citation expected for the subject field using Scopus data. SNIP is published twice a year and looks at a 3-year period. The SNIP calculation is journal citation count per paper divided by citation potential in the field. SNIP normalizes its source to allow for cross-disciplinary comparison. In practice, this means that a citation from a publication with a long reference list has a lower value. Next is the SJR, Sewago Journal Rank. The SJR aims to capture the effect of subject field, quality and reputation of a journal on citations. It calculates the prestige of a journal by considering the value of the success that cited rather than counting all citation equally. The SJR calculation is average number of citation in a given year to journal X divided by the number of articles published in journal X in the previous 3 years. Each citation received by journal is assigned a weight based on the SJR of the citing journal. So a citation from a journal with a high SJR value is worth more than a citation from a journal with a low SJR value. This is my topic and very important topic in research field. Try to understand. If you have any problem, write to me, and this is very important. And again I want to say, and finally thank you all.